Hello everybody, welcome to another part of Let's Play Tyranny. And again this time I'm using the external capture device. I mean, it's not as good as Fraps in terms of visual quality, but for something as slow moving as an RPG, it is worth using. The size difference is huge in the final video file. Anyway, yeah, let's see. What's this? Spell creation. I don't think I care. I don't care about spells. No. Reputations, favor, Scarlet Horus, merciless. Plus, oh, I get special thingies for. Alright, 5% hit precision on targets below 35. Foe away versus will. Okay. Rooted and terrified affliction for 6 seconds. Wrath. Okay, never mind. Too many stuff. Let's see. So if you had this, there's nothing. What's the goal now? Biography. Oh wow, that's me. Okay. Encyclopedia. Wow. Notes. Can create note. Name. Test note. This is cool. I remember there were a couple of RPGs in the past that had something like this, but not in many years. Right. Okay. Records. 2 hours, yeah, that's about right. Okay. And this is tutorial. Wow. Impressive. Have 1 point? No. Confused. Does this mean we have 1 point to spend? Challenger, taunt nearby enemies every few seconds while the stance is active. Blade wall. Allows an additional enemy to be engaged at one time and grants a bonus to damage dealt to targets that are stunned or prone. Requires 1 time. Enter defensive style, gaining a bonus to armor. That sounds good. Can I take it? No. Perhaps I need more points. Just have the pointy. Alright, something that one of my dear viewers mentioned. I forgot to use this one. Which is better 1% in deflection. Better at recovery by 0.2 seconds. Disengagement and defense +1. So let's use it. And does she have a pair of boots? Okay, let's see. What? Yeah, 8% for 2%. So it's 1% better. Okay, let's give it to her. And we can now let's place it there. Why not? Okay, take it. Now place it there. No? Okay, never mind then. Let's continue. Okay. You come here.
You got it.
I'm injured, so what can I do? Are cleared on rest. Okay, perhaps we can rest, I guess. How can we rest? Quick items, weapon sets. Excuse me. I do remember seeing something about a rest thingy. The door. Ah, there it is. Coming on your son. Yes. Okay, I'm fully recovered. That's good. So.
Can't do that.
Okay. Let's keep moving then. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. That is a good question. Where am I supposed to go? Let's check the world map. Elden Ring. That's where we are. Where we are now. Okay, so we are heading that way. This fort was constructed shortly after routing. Oh man, I can't believe it. Along the curve about the valley's western edge. The Archon Craven Ass directs all disfavored efforts from this location. 3 hours. Well, this is the only place we can go, so. Okay. Oh, wow, what's this? Okay, good thing we have question marks here. Spellcraft. You have discovered a scroll that contains the image of a sigil of magic. If a member of your party has high enough law skill, you can learn the sigil and use it to craft spells. If you made a I don't want spells, I'm against spells. I wanted this. Once a companion joins your party, you can talk to them at any time by selecting the conversation icon on the portrait. Each companion who joins you will have important information about the world of Teratus, and their own opinions on the factions and situations you encounter. Knowing how they feel about events will allow you to make choices that build your reputation with each companion. Companions also interject their opinions into conversations you are having with other characters. How you respond to their statements will alter your reputation with that companion, and others in the party. Okay. Confused. So how can I? Oh, let's talk. Can you talk to her? No, cannot. Alright, let's see if we can find an exit. This might be the exit. This is not the exit. Where is the exit? I think I'll leave my knife out to rust. Okay. This is annoying. How can I go away? Kyros demands victory. Your attacks will deliver Kyros to the Archons disfavor and the Skull Horse. They must defeat travel to the disfavor camp. Make your way southeast through Edgering Fort and travel to the disfavor camp where Craven Ass and the voice of a narrator are meeting to discuss the strategy. So it is that way. Oh. There's a gate here. Alright. Can't wait to run a spit through those rebel dogs. Ouch. Dasu says you are good to pass. Cheers. I guess this is it. Right, let's go. It will take you 3 hours to complete your journey from Edgering Ruins to Disfavor Camp. Fine. Different enemies are susceptible this one to different types of damage. Proclaim Kyros' Edict to the Archons. Okay. Take what you can. Oh. What's going on? Crescent Runner. Hail, Fatebinder. The disfavored scout nods at your approach. Comes on up ahead. Don't mind us, just clearing the rubble. And that's the Sterling Hagnon. What is he? I still don't understand what I have done to offend. I respect that these are now disfavored lands, and I'm happy to give the Legion a proper toll. But it's going on about trading rights. What nonsense is that? I'm not allowed to trade one thing for another? It's not like I'm selling weapons to angry peasants or anything of the sort. Right. You're in disfavored land, these warriors have every right to kill you. You should be more thankful they are even listening to you speak. The overlord regulates all trade. If you lack the proper permits, your goods are forfeit. This is none of my concern, carry on. Indeed. Right you are. We'll take care of this vulture. Crescent runner nods to you, then nodding. Yeah, whatever. Asshole. Okay.
On it.
Oh. First. Slow down a moment. I know we are both eager to watch the Archons bicker over tactics like a pair of magpies. But I need to ask you something first. What's that? The voices of Nera told me that you've come as a mediator. Considering the source, well, I can't help but feel I'm only hearing half the story. So let's have it out. What's so special about you? I'm just theft. The pointy. Here do we live in Edict from Kyros. Requirement not met. Okay. So I cannot do that. Have nothing to tell you. Why so suspicious? Why so angry? What else has the voice of Nerat told you? And enough of this, I must meet with the Archons. Well, Kyros is my master, so I'm going with 5. Only that I could find you in Edgering ruins. Truthfully, I could have picked you out of a crowd. You're the only one of us who hasn't spent the last few months bathing in the sting of the Matine River. She laughs, but there's a forced nature to it. I have nothing to tell you. Alright, if you say so. You're walking with this weight pressing your shoulders, and I thought you could use a reprieve. Enough of this. I must meet with the Archons. Hey, don't let me hold you back. I'm sure whatever you are here to do is important enough that you don't need me stepping in your path. The warden is just past the center of camp. One last thing. Be careful around these disfavored types. They take their work seriously, and most have suffered too many blows to the head. Okay. Let me see this.
No dice. Not happening.
Alright. Who do you have here? Step closer and present yourself. 1 second. Well, look at you. Our gatecrasher from the court. What? Gates of Judgment is the name given to the mountain pass separating the tiers from the Northern Empire. The treacherous screed slopes and deadly rock slides create a nigh impossible barrier responsible for centuries of peace between the two regions. Okay. Still one piece. The guard what the how is he talking to me like this? The guard pants his chest plate in salute. Welcome to this favored camp. Always happy to have an honored ally pay us a visit. Unless he is talking about her, I'm not impressed. Grievous protects. Screw him. I'm sorry, but the helmets had to tell a face. Glare silently. Yeah, that sounds better. Go on in. The soldier gestures towards the gate. The Archons are expecting you. You'll find them in the war tent, center of the camp. Yeah. Better move. Plenty of stuff. But I have a job to do. Let's continue.
I'd say that's worth a second glance.
What do you mean? Wait, what's the this one? Left tab.
Quiet down.
Okay, what is that? Ooh. Bloodstone, topaz, and agate. Alright, take them all. Make a portion of game simmers in the large copper pot. I'm kind of hungry right now. Fragrant spices attempt to mask the potent smell of whatever creature they've decided to cook. Alright, let's enter. Let's see what the Archons look like. Oh. Okay. Wow. Well, if I scratch in the moment besides never agreeing with yesterday, today you should be happy. Stop bickering.
That's 4 reports of avalanches in the mountains now. The Tearsmen can barely count past 9. They have neither the capacity nor the cause to close off the mountain passes. Either way, that leaves the 2nd and 4th cohort trapped outside the valley.
The Archon of War pounds his staff on the ground to punctuate his words. A large and imposing man to begin with, his profile is made larger still by his hulking suit of armor that hums with mystic energy. Graven ash. Okay.
Or it's the work of your perfidious Earthshakers. Only a fool would not suspect a traitorous Archon of poisoning the mind of his students with sedition. We would have killed the Earthshakers Guild for their master's treachery, but I'm sure you have some perfectly valid reason for allowing them to live as your pawns.
The Archon of Secrets passes a scepter between his hands as he speaks, twirling the rod in hypnotic circles. You hear the voices in your head. Well, hello there, Fatebinder. We'll be with you in just a moment. Emerald luminescence sips from the seams of the Archon's ragged red robes. The glow is most noticeable where his neck ought to be. His mask seems to float and spin, never pivoting or bending naturally. That doesn't sound good.
Hey, watch yourself. When these two get going, you don't want to get between them.
Verse whispers fearfully as he beholds the Archons. I'm here to proclaim Kyros' Edict. The valley was sealed in preparation for this moment. The main sound. Yeah, let's see what they have to do.
I always know you run out of things to say when you resort to mocking my vassals. If we are to speak of treachery, why is it that my scouts see the Scarlet Chorus warriors defecting back to the Vendrian Guard? Your fearsome reputation has gone flaccid, for it seems you cannot control your soldiers, or perhaps you simply choose not to.
Iron Marshal Erenius. My lords, the Fatebinder has arrived. The disfavored commander raises her voice, trying with little success to speak over the Archons. Perhaps we could table this discussion and let our guest speak.
Speaking of strategic failures, who was it that insisted the valley would need only a token garrison? For some strange reason, we can't seem to recall which balding halfwit grossly underestimated the enemy. Thoughts?
The Archon of Secrets twirls his scepter in a twisting loop, his leather-wrapped hands flipping the heavy rod with an effortless flow. You hear the voices in your head. Can you hear us, Fatebinder? Cough if we have your attention. Let's see what options we have now. If I may address the Archons. Are you two just about done? Gain minor favor with Nerat, minor wrath with us, and minor loyalty with Verse. Cough audibly. The thing is this coming from this guy somehow? If it is, I mean, I am supporting him, but I'm mostly I have loyalty only to Kyros. I'll remain silent. Let him do that.
And I thought you had left agents within these Tearsmen when they surrendered. Either you failed to see this coming, or you knew and let it happen. Incompetent or in cahoots, either way, this mess has your filthy stink all over it.
The Archon of War lurches forward, resting his weight on his war maul, as blue luminescence crackles around his armor. So my thinking is, if the forget his name now. Anyway, the green Archon doesn't know I can hear him. Perhaps I can use it to my advantage later on.
We look forward to seeing you explain to Tunon why the Archon of War could not close the vice on this trivial little insurgency. When we are crowned the ruler of the Tears, we shall have this place renamed to Ash's Folly in your honor.
The voice of Nerat tosses his scepter into the air, catching it as it descends back down. You hear the voices in your head. Hello, Fatebinder. We know you can. We know you can hear us. Now you know. Come on, these meetings with us are so boring. Cough if we have your attention. If I may address the Archons, are you two just about done? Remain silent.
If I could trust the information I get from you and your conscripted mouth breathers, perhaps I'd order my cohorts around a bit more aggressively. But last time I trusted your all-clear report, my troops failed to come home.
Oh, Ash, old boy. If you're going to have a little sob every time one of your nieces or nephews dies to the Tearsmen, perhaps we should have Siren sing you some calming lullabies to help you cope with your grief.
He's funny. Siren is the Archon of Song, I remember, and the youngest Archon sent to conquer the Tears. Young and inexperienced, Siren is sworn to the voice of Nerat, who uses her powers to charm and manipulation to swell the ranks of Scarlet Hordes with volunteers. The Archon flips his scepter 3 times around, humming gleefully. You hear the voices in your head. Shoot yourself, Fatebinder, the more you ignore us. Hold your tongue, I'll not have you I don't know this word. Denigrate the honor of our fallen brethren. The commander's hands move to the hilt of her blade, though the weapon stays sheathed. I'll be doing us all a favor if I cracked open that excuse for a head. Wow. 5th eye. So here's probably the general of Nerat. They bicker like children, do they not? The 5th eye grating tenor pierces the tension of the 10, and all eyes land on the crimson spear. I meant only to say welcome to our guest, the Fatebinder. The armored retainer bows with rusting inelegance. Oh man. Then rises to a salute, and not a moment too soon. We have gained favor with the voice of Nerat and the other guy. 4, 5. 19. Fifth eye. Ah, why didn't you speak up sooner? My Lord Archons, the governor of Lethian's Crossing, has finally arrived. I beg you to cease arguing for a moment. Gain major favor. Okay. Okay. A bit confused, but okay. Bow to the Archons. Apologies for the sudden entrance. I've traveled long to be here. Glare silently.
How wonderful you could join us, Quakebringer, Executioner of Cairn. You grace us with your presence. Here's hoping you have another edict for bringing childish Archons to heel.
My soldiers tell me you helped Commander Drotus on your way through Edring. You honor the court with your selfless cooperation, for that is the sort of camaraderie that Kyros demands of us all.
On the last of his words, the Archon of War glares at the voices of Nerat, furrowing his brow as he utters the word camaraderie. Camaraderie. Let's go with that. I require no thanks for doing my sworn duty. I can't bear an edict of Kyros. Are you all done bickering? I have an edict to proclaim. Bow to the Archons. It's an honor to be here. Are you all done bickering? I have an edict to proclaim. Or I can't bear an edict. And I prefer number 3.
My dear Binder, we won't be done bickering until the last of Ash's hair falls out. We'll pause for you to read your little missive. Go on, don't keep us all in suspense.
For the second time, Brother Tunon selects you for the glory of proclamation. You should be honored. Tell us, what has the Overlord decided to unleash upon the Oathbreakers?
3 options. 1. The Overlord's loyal servants must hold Ascension Hall by Kyros' Day of Swords, or all in the valleys Salperis. Ascension Hall is a traditional throne room for the Queens of Apex. The throne stands directly beneath the mountain spire, in the center of the citadel in the Valley of Vengeance Well. The 26th of every month or span is Kyros' Day. It is a day of holiday and rest for all within the Overlord's empire. Each Kyros' Day is the last day of its span and is referred to by the span's name. Kyros' Day of Swords, therefore, is the 26th day of the span of swords. So you have to occupy this by the 26th or everyone dies. 2. It seems you need some encouragement to work together. Kyros' Edict will end the lives of everyone in this valley unless Ascension Hall is claimed by Kyros' Day of Swords. Okay, so this is more neutral, I guess. In honor of your incompetence and disarray, the edict will execute every living thing in this valley unless Ascension Hall is taken by Kyros' Day of Swords. I like this. The earth sways with each word you utter, the air thickening with warmth as you pronounce the tersely phrased commandment. It's every syllable drafted by the hand of Kyros. With the edict proclaimed, your pulse quickens and the muscles in your legs, worn from a long trip down the mountains, feel renewed. The tired limbs now nearly buoyant. Man, are you kidding me? With vigor.
The Overlord means to compel us into action. No doubt the avalanches in the mountains are part of this ultimatum. We must conquer the Oathbreakers or die in failure. There is no room for error, and no other way out of this valley alive. We'll need to advance across the Mittani. We lose everything if we stand still. And we move to backup Plan Green. The Earthshakers didn't make it over the mountain in time. So we do this the hard way. Over the walls instead of through.
The Archon of War taps a finger against his temple. A low rumble escapes from under his beard. Over the walls instead of through.
So you found your backbone at last! Oh, we were worried past humiliations would make you soft, timid. That was a record for you, right? The baker's dozen lost in one sortie. If you had waited for the chorus reinforcements, maybe we'd have eyes and ears on the matter.
The Archon of Secrets passes his scepter from one hand to the next, chuckling softly with each toss. You hear the voices in your head. Watch him squirm, so many tears over replaceable, expendable, useless soldiers. I'm a soldier. I miss the old Archon of War. You will never see blood echo in a blubbering mess over a few dead killers. So that was the previous one. He'll use the knuckle bones of his best disciples for jewelry, and even made a breastplate out of his dead brothers. Ribcage. Okay. Because that's how a real man deals with grief. Alright. Baker, all you wish, you're just wasting valuable time. Are you too daft? It is your indecision and bickering that necessitated this edict. Learn to work together or we are all doomed. Remain silent. They call you the Archon of Secrets, but you certainly don't seem to know anything remotely useful. Let's go with the first one.
The Fatebinder is right. We're acting not as leaders, but as children. I've no time for your foolish japes and petty taunts. We should focus on the objective at hand, and that is taking the Mittani River, and then advancing to Ascension Hall and ending this edict.
There's enough talking, there's work to be done. Our lives hang in the balance because you two big like children. Now go, solve this problem you've started. No more sitting idle. I expect the disfavored to be on their march at once. Voices of Narat, I trust you're done acting the clown and will have your hall ready to march with all haste. Funny. That's enough talking. Losing time. Although our lives hang in the balance because you two bicker like children. Now go, solve this problem you've started. Yeah, I like this one. Iron Marshal Arrhenius. My lord, Barek, who is Barek? Is a commander of the Stone Shields and well regarded by the disfavored High Command. Okay. And his band have been drilled on the Echo Call assault plan. The Crescent Runners should be briefing him as we speak regarding their latest enemy movements along the river. I'll dispatch him at once. The Iron Marshal salutes, clapping her gauntlet to her breastplate. Fifth Eye. And I will ensure the Kyros stands ready to march. If the disfavored can take the river, the Kyros has the manpower to secure the outer ring of the valley.
Our soldiers clamor for battle, and at last we shall have it. Verse, we command you to continue guarding the Fatebinder. Tunon's chosen is our honored guest, and must be shown our finest hospitality.
I won't let you down, boss. He'll get through the campaign and win peace, as long as he doesn't do anything too stupid.
The Archon twirls his scepter one last time, then taps the fifth eye on the shoulder, and the two depart. You hear the voices in your head. Shut yourself, Fate Bounder. The more you ignore us.
Finally, the fool and his puppet are gone. Perhaps now I can hear myself think. Rarely do I question Kyros' judgment, but I will never understand why the voices of Narot is given such authority. I shudder to think what will become of us all should Tunon favor him in the end. Though the Edict threatens the Scarlet Chorus just as it threatens us, I cannot shake the feeling that our allies will work against us. Now, if you'll leave me be, I have a battle to plan. I imagine duty requires you speak with the chorus further, but if I can convince you to lend a hand, most of my legion is trapped beyond the mountains, so I'm in need of an added sword or two. If you wish to be counted amongst the glorious, speak with the Iron Marshal. She will direct the order of battle until we are ready for the final push into the Citadel.
Iron Marshal Arrhenius, I'm short a few scouts, short a few soldiers, short a few everything. I'm sure my brethren will be grateful for the assistance of a skilled outsider. I don't want to say the first one. What of the Skull Horrors? How will they be helping? Yeah, I prefer number 3 actually. Iron Marshal Arrhenius. The Iron Marshal salutes Graven Ass, then turns to leave the tent. I'll be at the training ground, readying the soldiers. Find me there when you are ready. She pauses, clearing her throat, and though I'm loath to mention it, the chorus can likely use your assistance. They certainly won't secure the Outer Valley on their own. Fifth Eye will be somewhere in that rat's nest they call a camp, due east. Seek him out if you must. Alright. East. Kyros' Day of Swords. Now that you have delivered a word of Kyros' edict to the armies, the time remaining until Kyros' Day of Swords appears next to the current date on the navigation bar. The terms of Kyros' edict must be met by this date, or everyone in Vengeance will die. Alright. Well, can we? Yes, we can take it. A gate and let's heal. Yes. This battle report from Echo Call Crossing blames the failure of the assault on the village on the Scarlet Chorus, apparently. The scouts failed to report critical intelligence about the enemy composition. Okay. What's this? Frayed purple cloth. The tattered remains of an iron walker's cape. Ragged tears in the cloth obscure the sigil of the disfavored. This torn cape can be sold to a merchant as spare parts, alright. So long. So the okay, the Scarlets are the other army's general is to the east. Alright. I'm gonna stop here for now, guys. Oh, shall I upgrade now? Yes. Attribute points, level up. With each level you can increase one of your character's attributes. Might, fitness, quickness, wits, vitality, or resolve. Each of these attributes provides benefits to your character as well as increases one or more skills. Increasing an attribute costs 1 point until the attribute score reaches 19. To raise an attribute from 19 to 20 requires 2 attribute points. Okay. What's the maximum level? Attribute. Alright. I guess might should be the first. 1 point to upgrade might to 13, plus 3% attack and ability strength, plus 3 endurance defense. 1 point to upgrade quickness to 12, minus 3 ability to spell cooldown, don't care. Spell strength, magic defense, not bad but not now. 3% affliction, duration and endurance, wear and magic defense. 5% bonus health plus will defense. 3% accuracy and armor deflection. Alright, let's go for the first one now. Are you sure you want to save your changes to trust at the point? Yes. Okay. Alright. And see upgrade it on here on because I have chosen that before. Cool. Alright, now next time we look around, loot around, and then probably go to see one of the generals to proceed with the main storyline mission. Thank you very much for watching. More next time. Bye bye.